It's time to dive into the life of DaBaby to see how he spends his hard-earned millions. Private planes, massively expensive music videos, and a small-town mansion that has turned him into one infamous hometown celebrity. How much cash do you rake in when you're an award-winning artist who has 2 platinum albums? Well, beating out Post Malone and Drake in making more top 100 songs in 2019 has paid him quite well. He's managed to bring in $5 million at only age 30. So obviously, he's gotta be spending that money left and right. His plans for that money include buying the Hornets franchise to establish himself as a sports mogul. He also intends to give back by building a new strip mall in his hometown. Nothing quite says thank you like adding more foot traffic. That kind of goodwill will really help with his reputation in town. Let's just say they don't love his new house. DaBaby's big mansion that he moved into in 2020 made huge waves. It's an enormous mansion with classic concrete walls that are as elegant as they are over the top. It, of course, features a pool because literally no one worth over $1 million gets a house without at least one pool these days. Also, the security is said to be pretty hardcore. The way his guard towers, stadium lights, and the fully staffed security that lives there are described, you'd think he lives in some kind of modern-day castle. That does seem to be what he was going for, at least. The biggest surprise about this home is its location. While you might expect that he lives somewhere in like Bel Air or something, prepare to be surprised. This mansion was built in the very, very, very small town of Troutman, North Carolina. It's 35 miles north of Charlotte, which is pretty frickin' far from Los Angeles in terms of both distance and overall vibe. While you might think a community would welcome a big celebrity with open arms, there was actually a lot of frustration sent his way. The town has only about 2,800 people, so not exactly a typical place for a giant mansion. Well, the citizens thought the same way. They were very upset about everything from the constant construction to the loud parties. Judging by his security team and the blinding stadium lights that he likes to use when he's in town, I think it's safe to say he's got a not-so-pleasant 2-word response for all of them. Not sorry, of course. That's definitely what it is. Of course, this guy has an awesome car collection, one worth a small fortune. His $2.2 million collection contains nothing but incredibly classy rides, all with the finest name brands. I wouldn't expect anything less. For starters, we've got his Mercedes Maybach GLS 600 that he actually looks even better than with his matching coat and shoes combo. The car is worth over $200,000, which is actually on the low side for this garage. This baby can hit 186 miles per hour with a 0 to 100 time of 11.5 seconds. As you'll see from the rest of his collection, once he finds a brand he loves, he sticks to it. Next we have his Mercedes Maybach S650, which is an even bigger deal with a price tag of $340,000. It's got a weaker engine though, only capable of hitting 155 miles per hour. Of course, you may be paying for that extra bulletproofing this one has. He's also quite the Lambo man. For starters, we've got his Lamborghini Huracan Spider. This one is worth $250,000, and it's easy to see why. Sure, it can hit over 200 miles per hour, but that's not really what you pay for. What you're paying for is that look. It is a car that's designed to tell the entire world just how cool you are, which is really helpful when you have to drive around wearing a mask. I like his Lamborghini Aventador Roadster even more though. This beauty costs around $460,000 and also has a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. This one though is even faster with a 217 miles per hour top speed. I imagine he's made them drag race just to prove it. His classier Lambo is his Lamborghini Urus. It's $250,000 and can only hit 190 miles per hour. Only in his garage could an Urus be known as that other Lambo. Closing his garage out are a pair of nearly identical Rolls Royces. They are two beautiful white classics. The Rolls-Royce Dawn worth over $360,000 and the Rolls-Royce Cullinan worth $330,000. I mean, I was going to be disappointed if he only had one Rolls-Royce. While many rappers and celebs are known for taking private jets around the world, none of them do it quite like DaBaby does. He has been spotted riding up to a $75 million Gulfstream from his Urus, then hopping out of this luxury car in a bathrobe. Then he even started dancing with the pilot. I'm sure even for a private jet pilot who has seen some things, that was a first. That's not to say he can't be super cute with his private jet flying either. He once flew his mother and their entire family to an island getaway for her birthday. No one in the family could ever compete with that B-Day present. Artists like DaBaby simply have to have incredible music videos nowadays. He's gone on to brag about just how much he spends on his music videos, talking up their astronomical budgets. So how much does he spend on these things? Well, according to him, those numbers go in the tens of thousands at least. He even went so far to spend $60,000, $70,000, or even $100,000 on one video. This music video spending spree reportedly costs him $500,000 a year. Are those numbers all that ridiculous? I mean, rap videos probably all have massive budgets, right? While there are many artists out there who have music videos that are far more expensive, most artists actually make videos anywhere from as low as $2,000 to as high as $20,000. I mean, sure, Beyonce usually spends more than $1 million on hers, but, you know, she's Beyonce. DaBaby's style is a massive part of his brand. Pretty much from head to toe, he's gotta look impressive pretty much every time he steps out of the house. That bathrobe he was spotted in probably had designer labels all over it. When it comes to shoes, the man's got equally impressive tastes. He has professed to frequently dropping massive sums of money on shoes. Evidently, his passions mostly go for Air Maxes and Air Force Ones, specifically in all white. He's also already seeing to it that his kids have the same taste. He bought out an entire store's worth of baby-sized Yeezys, making his kid the nicest dressed kiddo in preschool. DaBaby better lock up his legacy as a rap god soon, because selling a multi-million-dollar mansion in a small town is gonna be tough.